Level 1. The School Play. You're 16. The stage is lit by old, humming spotlights that smell of hot dust. You have 3 lines as the third guard in an amateur Shakespeare production. You're wearing an itchy wool tunic that reeks of the dozen teenagers who wore it before you. You miss your cue because you're staring into the wings. You stumble over the iambic pentameter, and the audience laughs at the wrong moments. You walk off stage with a lump of nausea in your throat. Your drama teacher says talent is cheap, but endurance is rare. She doesn't mention that 90% of actors earn less than $25,000 a year. You don't care. You're already hooked on the silence in the auditorium the second before your first line. Level 2. Extras and background work. You're 19. You're in a new city with $800 in your pocket. You pick up extra work on a TV series shoot in an industrial zone at 4 a.m. The call sheet lists a 14-hour shift. You stand in the rain with a coffee, pacing back and forth past the lead stars while the lighting crop fixes a truss. The day rate is $165. After agency fees and taxes, your take-home pay is $138. The math shatters the illusion. You learn about the SAG-AFTRA union. But for now, you're just fighting for one-off vouchers. Your back is killing you from standing on concrete in tight shoes. On the subway, you read casting calls on Backstage and see that 3,000 applications have been submitted for a single speaking role in just 4 hours. A guy from the background cast tells you that if you don't have a union card by age 25, you're finished. You tape the casting schedule to your fridge. Level 3. Indie film and commercials. You're 22. You're at a small agency after shooting a no-name car dealership commercial where you jumped around on camera shouting about discounts. Your $2,500 paycheck vanishes instantly. $800 for professional headshots and $450 for acting classes. You land your first role in a student indie film. 0 pay. You work in a damp basement just for a credit in the titles. The director is 21. The microphone is duct taped to a mop handle, and the sound is drowned out by the subway rumbling beneath the floor. The SAG-AFTRA initiation fee is $3,000, plus dues. You pick up shifts as a waiter and record self-tapes at home against a blue sheet, lit by a ring light. You record a scene 14 times, send the file into the void, and wait months in silence. 60% of actors think about quitting. On a rainy Tuesday, you're almost one of them. Level 4. Speaking roles. You're 27. You've broken through the wall. A speaking role in a cable crime series. 1 line. I checked the alley, Lieutenant. You join SAG-AFTRA, paying off your credit card debt with tips from waiting tables. On set, inside a trailer, they dress you in a uniform. You stand opposite an Emmy winner who ignores everyone to stay in character. You nail the line on the first take. The director shouts, "Moving on!" 3 months later, a residual check arrives. $482. A rerun pays $120. Streaming pays $14. But your face is on screen, and your IMDb page is active. You hire a speech coach at $100 an hour and drop $1,200 on a demo reel. You fight for guest roles where the characters actually have names, not just paramedic number 2. Out of 160,000 union members, only a handful make it. You grind to reach that elite tier. Level 5. Series regular. You're 34. You land a recurring role on a hit show that evolves into a series regular spot by the 3rd season. Your rate is $15,000 per episode. You have an agent, a manager, and a publicist. You pull 14-hour shifts, running lines with the assistant director while a makeup artist powders your nose. You sob on camera in the pouring rain during a night shoot, with the lens hovering just 2 centimeters from your face. The industry is shifting. Self-tapes are everywhere, and contracts are buckling under AI clauses. Your annual income tops $250,000, but expenses, agents, managers, taxes, insurance, gobble up half of it. At a Malibu party, an A-list star tells it to you straight. The phone stops ringing the moment you stop generating clicks. You drive home in a rented sedan, thinking about how fame is a cage. Level 6. Star and producer. You're 42. You've transitioned into an actor-producer role. 3 years ago, you bought the rights to a book, assembled a team, and sold the project to a streaming service. The budget is $45 million. You're both the producer and the lead star. The script gets rewritten in your trailer, tailored to your word. A share of the box office receipts can multiply that base $750,000 fee several times over. You handle the PR, the global press, and the contracts through top-tier lawyers. The math finally works in your favor, but your personal life is non-existent. You're 51. You walk into a school for a master class. A young guy on stage drops a prop dagger out of sheer nerves, just like you did 35 years ago. He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't see the 7-figure contract behind you. He sees only the empty stage and his own fear. You step out into the parking lot. Your awards are at home. Your career is at its peak, yet you remember the cold concrete beneath your feet and that very first dagger. You simply didn't give up when the lights went out. That was the whole secret.